Hello, this is Andy Scott from the Andy Scott School of Golf, and I'm here with
Darren Hubbis with Par 4 Fitness. Thank you for joining us as we connect
with the golf swing
and the body. We're going to cover backswing spine motion. So we know this is a very complex issue, movement of the swing, but we're going to try to simplify it as much as we can. So we're going to assume that we're in a great posture to begin with, and ideally we're taking it back on plane. We'll show you some of the things that could be problematic with the spine and the backswing, and really just educate you on some things to look for with the spinal motion. So one of the things that we want to cover is what are the motions of the spine. We're going to rotate, we're going to laterally bend, and then we're also going to flex and extend the spine in the backswing.
So if those three things are happening, most people, that just doesn't compute. Right? If I just turned and didn't have any left lateral bend, that's what it would look like.
Right.
I would look out of place. So I think those three things, I think people need to be more educated on what's actually happening.
Absolutely.
With your spine and extension and rotation and flexion.
Absolutely. So it's important that we know the end ranges of your ability. So we need to get a number on how far you can rotate left and right, but also how much you can bend. Is it nice and consistent? We get movement from segment to segment on the spine. That way we're not stressing one certain area of the back. And this is particularly evident with golfers with a history of low back pain, or our younger, faster golfers who are looking to compete at a very high level.
Absolutely.
So if I have Andy set up here, what we're going to see him go through in the backswing, if he just goes up to the top of his swing where he's comfortable, this is a very nice position. We see the spine has extended. If we look at this on a three-dimensional graph, what we'd see is he's going to extend the spine roughly 25 to 30 degrees from his setup position to the backswing. So that's a lot of motion, but when we tie that together with rotation and this side bend, it turns into a very nice, tidy backswing position. One of the pitfalls of the backswing, if we try to get beyond the position that the spine is comfortable, we can get increased extension. I'm not going to keep him here very long because that
hurts.
That's number one cause of back pain.
God, that would hurt.
With golfers. So in that case, that player would go through too much extension. They would get into the end range, and that's not great for what we call the facet joints of the spine. But it also can get compressive on the nerves coming out the lateral side of the spine.
Well, a lot of players that I deal with, obviously, the range of motion, like we talked about, is so important, but they don't really know where their range of motion is. And I always tell them, when your chest really stops moving on the backswing, that's kind of giving you a pinpoint on where that's supposed to stop.
Right.
And most people, that makes sense to them. But a lot of people have a lot of runoff with their arms. Their arms just keep moving. And then it's their way of trying to maximize a bigger backswing, which in return gives you a lot of issues with your sequencing.
Exactly. So use these keys to evaluate your spine range of motion. Make sure you're not getting into the end ranges in your backswing, and that should allow you to transition a little bit more freely and get the club on plane better.
Thank you guys for watching our content. We hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to having more content coming your way. Please subscribe to make sure we know you're out there, and we're going to see a lot more content coming your way.